False alarm.
That wasn't right.
It was, well, we jumped right into, here's the thing. Sometimes, guys, I like to keep it a little off kilter, a little topsy-turvy, woozy-woozy, a little cattywampus. I'm running out of words to fill that space.
I think you said them all.
I feel like this episode, guys, listen, I apologize in advance for what a disaster this is maybe just about to be. We are under the gun, time constrained. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, the speed round edition. Ready, set, go. You're on my time now, baby. You're stuck. You think you got places to be and things to do. You think you're wheeling and dealing. I'm over here steeping my tea.
He is, to the rhythm of the intro music.
Ginger turmeric tea. Here's the beauty of the theme song time, guys. It gives me time to do some things. Sometimes I floss my teeth. Sometimes I steep my tea. Sometimes I decide I'm going to introduce myself. Hey, guys, I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
And I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Guys, welcome to episode 19. As Brandon said, we're here.
This is the most Mondayest Tuesday that's ever Tuesday.
We're doing it.
Okay.
Listen, this is, okay, these are the first words I'm actually saying to you on this day.
Pee-pee, poo-poo.
Okay, because I rushed in here direct from work.
Like you were shot out of a cannon.
I really did.
You came in like a scarecrow woman shot out of a cannon.
Okay.
Just, where am I? What's happening?
What's happening? Which podcast am I recording?
Yeah, I don't like that you do another podcast.
Well, and guys,
Ultimatum time. Old tomato time.
Our church does a podcast called We Need to Talk out of the Well Church in Edmond, and I literally came here from there. So anyway, just a little cross promotion. But this
For
is
them.
Okay, but this is literally the only hour in this week.
Seriously.
That we can do. We're busy.
We're V-biz.
We're doing it for the people.
We're out here. Hey, you guys thought Cody Culberson was busy talking about his wheeling, dealing, business deals and whatnot. Listen to this, Cody. I've got no time. I've got no time to even consider your nonsense.
That's right. And speaking of Cody, this is a good time to welcome our new listeners who might be joining us this week after first joining us last week for your surprise potty. Guys, last week we threw Brandon a surprise 40th birthday party.
And we're going to do it again. Guys, let's celebrate me for another hour.
We have another 18 speak pipe messages.
Just would be the weirdest. Hey, I realize that it's 1 week after your birthday, but we're going to just go ahead and just slather it on.
Because that's what we know that you want. Don't act like you don't.
Guys, I like to be celebrated. And I don't think that that's a crime. I don't think I'm a criminal. What I think I am is I'm a human with feelings. With feelings and a heart, you guys.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
It's a high of 56 degrees. We made it.
Listen, I rolled the window down this morning as I was driving, and it was far too cold to be doing that.
We had a freeze warning.
My knuckles were buckled.
Guys, cold hands, warm hearts.
But I did it. I did it because just out of spite, I was like, I'm gonna take in this cold. I'm gonna love it, and I did. And I might have hypothermia now, but I made it and I enjoyed it. I had today was just a default take your son to work day. Because I was told that Ben's fall break extended through today.
Oh, it didn't.
I was told that it did. Way to spoil the story.
I'm sorry.
Way to spoil the story. I was big reveal, and it's just been taken.
Sorry, guys.
Swept out from under me. I wish we could eternal sunshine and the spotless mind. All of our we could Men in Black flashy thingy these
so
folks.
You kept him home?
Well, no. I took him to the office. I took him to a showing.
Oh.
I took him to the office.
Yeah.
I took him all over. Squired him about town. I was Morgan Freeman and he was Ms. Daisy today.
Driving Ben Birdwell.
And we took him. He got Ben, and so we got to the office. We were doing our thing, doing our work thing. And I got a text from Lindsay that just said, "Oh no, I read the calendar wrong," which this is, guys, if you don't know her, this is very out of character for her.
She's very on
She's
it.
the organized one of the two of us, and I am
is.
a disaster human. So if she's off the rails, then we are a rudderless ship.
Yes.
We are a compass that won't point north. We have no idea where we're going. And so when she says, "Oh no," and she says, "Can you take him, like go scoop up all his stuff at the house and take him back to school for a half day?" I was like, "No.
Yeah.
I can't do that. We're going to just finish this day.
Yeah.
We're going to get some Scronic.
Scronic.
We go to Scronic to get a grilled cheese.
Ben's fave.
We're waiting in line, and I order a wacky pack with a grilled cheese and an apple juice, as we do. And
That's his favorite.
It's his favorite, but he will not tot a tater. He will not tater tot, but he will French a fry.
Yes, he will.
And he said, "Hey, make sure that they're fries."
Yeah.
And stupidly, I asked the lady, "Are there fries in here?" And she said, "Yes." Turns out they're tots.
Uh-oh.
And so then I have to give him chips at the house. I have to use Lay's Classic. And also, I had bought him a Starbucks cookie this morning. He ate half of it, and he was all stoked to eat it after his grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh.
It just fell out the bag somewhere
Oh, no.
when I was walking. So I get home, and I grab this bag, and it's considerably lighter than I expected it to be.
It's been a day.
It's just paper. It's just papier.
But did you and Benny have a good day?
We-
Father, son.
Yeah, we totally
Chaotic,
did.
but
It was we limbs akimbo all
Yes.
over the place trying to figure it out, but we made it work. It was great.
Goodness.
It was great. About halfway through it, when he was telling me facts about Pokemons and
Yes.
coming over, I was trying to type up a lease at work, just the most dry activity ever. And he comes over to me, he's like, "Can I tell you something about Mario Odyssey?" And I was like, I suppose. And that something about Mario Odyssey is about 45 minutes worth of Mario.
Oh,
Odyssey
it's
chat.
never shorter than
It's
45.
because his knowledge base is insane.
You know who Sonny is? Yours.
Right.
How much, it's not useless information, Benny. It's very important
It's
in your
useful.
world.
It's useful.
It's useful. But there's a lot of it packed
There's
in there.
a lot of it.
And you might not be able to apply it to anything else in life.
He'll tell you it, though.
Sure.
He'll tell you.
I get it. I have sat through many a 45-minute one-sided convo about Minecraft.
It's a diet.
I still don't know what
it's
Minecraft is.
It's a diatribe, is what it is when he goes in on you, and it's informational.
And more importantly, it's important to him.
It's muy importante.
So it's important to you.
Oh, listen. I've learned more about video games in the last year and a half than I knew my entire life.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something.
You were a gamer.
Yeah,
You were.
I do like a video game.
So we did something super fun this weekend. Super fun. We did our annual pilgrimage to Ho Chi Town, USA for fall break.
When you say it like that, it sounds really lame. Our annual pilgrimage to Ho Chi Town to taste delicious jellies, jams, and preserves?
Yes.
We went to youth chili cook-offs?
Yes.
It was, God, you quit
I'm
agreeing.
unplugged.
I'm trying to mock you. Oh,
I can't hear myself. I can't hear the tenor or tone
how
of my
are you
voice.
how are you on one podcast, let alone two?
Listen,
And you are a guest on a third.
I'm gonna need
You are a far more seasoned caster than I am. And
Pastor?
Caster pastor.
Caster Pastor.
Pod pastor.
This is where we are. So anyway, we went to Ho Chi Town.
Ho Chi Town.
This is near Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
it
Beavers
is.
Bend National
Beavers
Park.
Beavers Bend.
Totally.
Welcome to Broken Bow. It's not great on the mic. I was more proud of it when I just do it.
You know why? Because this thing edits out the plosives.
Going episode.
There it is.
Oh, boo.
So our family goes, we've been going for the last 7 years to...
Has it really been a full 7?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you guys
Siete?
went with us the first year.
Siete on. What?
Because of something. And I can't remember why. Benny would have been very small.
That is bunk.
Okay, but it's not like we took a secret trip. If you were to go back...
A secret pilgrimage to Ho Chi Town for
Without
delicious
you?
jellies, jams, and preserves.
Totally.
That sounds like something y'all would do.
Does it?
As the oft maligned, forgotten child.
Okay.
Let me talk. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to express.
You're so marginalized.
I'm trying to speak my truth. I'm quite literally trying to speak my truth to you, and I'm being shouted down.
I squelched your
You
truth.
squelched. You snuffed it out. The candle of my being has been snuffed on a daily basis. Welcome to my world, listeners. Dozens of listeners, dear friends. I
Stop it.
The only appreciation I get is through through the listeners of this podcast.
So we've been going to Ho Chi Town for 7
On
years.
secret pilgrimages.
One without you.
One with 7 minus 1.
And we go and we rent a cabin each year with our family, your family, and mom and dad, Harry and Crindy.
Familia.
And sometimes we take pets. Didn't take any pets this year.
Every time a pet comes, it
It's-
ruins it.
Well, it adds some more responsibilities
It will
and noise and
going.
poo to pick up
keep yeah, well.
on the
And we-
putt-putt course.
And we've got plenty of
Which
that with
happened.
your kids.
Brandon brought his dog Leo one time and we went to play
Dude.
putt-putt.
And he
And
played
there was-
poot poot.
There was some cleanup.
It was.
That had to happen.
And guys, I'm not proud of this, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't clean it up. So Crindy bossed up and just grabbed it was literally like just grabbing a mountain of wet cement.
She
And she made it
wrapped
work.
it up in leaves.
Gosh.
It was intense.
That's so barfy.
So barfy on the putt-putt. Who leaves their dog's poo on the putt-putt?
I wasn't going to. I wouldn't have.
There were families all
Listen,
around.
Guys, I'm an adult, but if my mommy wouldn't have come and cleaned up my doggy's duties, I don't know what I would have done.
I think you were caught off guard, and before you could decide, before you could be guilted into cleaning it up, Crindy swooped in.
She did.
with a leaf.
She literally just put her meat hooks all over that doo-doo. Listen, speaking of, can I tell you something that happened today real quick before we jump back into this? Just 5,
Sure.
6, 7, 19 minutes.
Sure,
And
sure,
I know
sure,
you're on a
sure,
time
sure.
crunch. 20 minutes, 35 tops. And I was in the drive-thru at Starbucks. Ben was in the car with me, so he got to see his dad do this, which I'm not proud of it.
Oh, no.
In line, and I'm a black coffee guy.
Yes,
easy
you are.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't like to spend a lot of money. If I'm getting a treat, it's an Americano. That's just an extra $1, and it's a shot of espresso with water. Not a frilly guy when it comes to the coffee.
Do you want to know my drink?
No, really.
Pike Place with grande pike with heavy cream. A
Okay.
splash.
Similar to mine, but
Yeah,
mine's
basic.
a Venti Pike Black.
Yeah.
Just Venti Pike. And I like to say it that way too. I say Venti Pike because they're like, this guy knows it. This guy's a reggie. This guy's a regular. And so I was going through. My order typically amounts to roughly $2.98 to $3.14, depending on which Starbucks I go to, which I find is wild because let's get some uniform pricing, Starbucks.
Let's do it.
Also, your beans are over roasted. Charbucks, more like Charbucks.
Spicy take.
Acrid. Hot takes. Sponsor us, Starbucks. Listen,
Sponsor us, Starbucks.
I've been going to Scooter's Coffee lately because it's faster, it's more on my way, and also, not for nothing, whenever you order, they say, scoot on around. And I love that.
Yeah.
It's a
like a Scooter's.
It's like a hokier my pleasure. You know?
Yeah.
So I like a Scooter's, and their cups are bright and vibrant. It's a whole vibe.
Their stores are so tiny.
And it's right there by the on queue where I get my costly gasoline, my petrol.
Yes.
So anyways, 5, 7, 19
Keep
more
going.
minutes.
Go.
I was in line. And my order's $3 typically, but because Ben was in the car, I was giving him a little dad Sunday treat. And I got him a chocolate chip cookie that I later lost.
You lost.
I just out the bag, just fell right out. I don't know. So I pull up, and they say to me sweetly, "Hey, the person in front of you got your coffee."
Aww.
And I went, "Hey, that's great. I'm feeling really generous today. Let's get the person behind me."
Oh, no.
And they go, "That'll be $17."
Oh, no.
And I said,
Bye.
"Never mind." and they
that's
looked
a lot.
and they looked at me as if to say, "Really?" And
In
I
front
said,
of your kid?
and I said, "I'll get it next time." And then
Scooted on around.
I scat on around. I was out of there faster
You
than
know what, though? I think in those situations, they can't blame you for that. That's a big disparity in price.
Here's what I feel like they should do. There should be a system where I say, no, I can't, I'm not gonna spend 17. But how about you apply what mine would have been to theirs?
Oh, there you go.
So I can take a little chunk out of it,
Take notes, Starbucks.
I can pretend to be generous without really being, because that's all I've ever wanted. I don't want
Just to maintain the facade. I get
want
it.
the perception of generosity.
Sure,
I want to be
sure.
seen as a wonderful person without having to really be one.
That's all any of us want.
It's the
Right?
It's the American.
Says the pastor.
It's the American way.
Okay, so we go to Ho Chi Town. I did a little research on Ho Chi Town.
I got invited this time.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So Ho Chi Town, USA, is in southeastern Oklahoma. Perhaps some of our listeners are familiar with it. Not
sure.
our international listeners.
Maybe it's
this is for them.
It's blowing up. It's huge.
Listen, humongous. So it's in southeastern Oklahoma.
Southeastern.
Named after a Choctaw Indian family who settled in the area. It was once called, didn't know this, the moonshine capital of Oklahoma.
How about that?
That fits.
What was the name of the family?
The Hochas?
Hochas? So Ho Chi Town.
Ho Chi Town.
Very cool. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Typically, I'm not super interested in the things that you say, but I feel like these are interesting factoids. So thank you for this.
So when you go to Ho Chi Town, you're gonna see an eclectic mix. Not
Okay.
only of people, of businesses.
Yes.
You're going to see funny shops called Janet's Treasure Chest
Sure.
and Betsy's Quilting Corner. You're going to see guys on every corner making sculptures out of tree stumps,
A lot of chainsaw sculpting.
chainsaws,
A lot of which
eagles.
gotta be a pretty intricate. I
Yeah.
mean, to be able to manipulate a chainsaw like that,
right?
Come on.
Skills.
Come on.
You're going to see eagle tree stumps. You're going to see wolves. You're going to see bears.
This weird ad brought to you by the Tourism Bureau of Ho Chi Town.
So there's Beaver's Bend State Park there. You can hike, you can kayak. One thing Ho Chi Town's known for, Sasquatch.
Sure. Yeah.
Sasquatch sightings. You can find them on YouTube, kids.
They've really embraced the Squatch. They've really made him their de facto mascot there in Ho Chi Town.
You can get a tree stump sculpture of the
Of
Squatch.
the Squatch. You can pop a squat on the Squatch.
You totally
can pop
can.
it out in the garden. You can go out and look at your fresh herbs and squat on the Squatch. Have yourself a nice little relaxing Squatch squat, my babies. It's all for the best.
So I did some research on Oklahoma's Sasquatch industry. There is one.
Sounds like it.
So last spring, State Representative Justin Humphrey,
Mm-hmm.
Republican, he proposed a controversial bill to allow the capturing of the mythical creature.
Oh.
Do you know what the bounty is on Sasquatch's head?
I could not possibly imagine.
$2.1 million.
So
Guys.
I'm so glad, guys. I'm so glad that that we have politicians out here,
Right?
really focused, out here filibustering for Sasquatch, out here on the floor,
Filibustering for Sasquatch
Pretty good.
title.
Listen, monopolizing our time and tax dollars to provide a bounty on the head of a potentially very fictional creature.
Mythical creature. There's one rule, though.
What?
And this is in the thing. Sasquatchers must capture him unharmed.
They're called Sasquatchers.
Sasquatchers. And they can't break any laws or harm anyone else in the process
Sasquatchiers.
to get that bounty.
Listen, guys, I'm going to go on record right now. I will give you $2.2 million, dead or alive, for the Squatch.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care. I don't care what you have to do. Bolos, maces, zip ties, and whips. You take him down.
Wow.
You take the Squatch down. But here's the thing.
I don't think he's ever hurt anybody.
Have you
Scared people.
Have you ever heard stories?
Have you ever heard
I was
tell?
stalling till I was trying to come up with something. It did not work.
Have you ever heard tale of the Squatch?
Yeah. Gather round, children.
Papa Squat.
Papa squat on the Squatch and let people talk about the Squatch.
So, in an effort to not disparage Representative Humphrey, I want to say that the state.
I'll disparage.
Okay, stop. Not him as a person, but maybe this bill, this legislation. The state is to provide only $25,000 for the bounty. That was his proposal.
Oh.
Now a movie.
Very responsible. Now, are these real dollars or fantasy dollars?
These are Monopoly
These
dollars.
leprechaun bucks.
No. So, but there's a Hollywood movie about Bigfoot that pledged $2 million, and a local business, a private business, pledged $100,000. That's where the funds are coming from.
What I love is that some business, just in an effort to get their name in the news, to be like, you know what's going to drive traffic to the biz is if we're attached to this ridiculous Sasquatch situation. And how pissed are they going to be when someone really produces the Squatch and they're like, welp, I owe you $2 million US.
Right?
Dude, boondoggle of the century.
I'm sad that we didn't look for him this time. Not even once.
I feel okay that we didn't. I feel okay about it.
We could have monetized this podcast with $2 million.
We could listen, barely. Guys, we're short about 3. So if you guys could just float us some scratch, some dough, a little bit of bread so that we can keep podding because guys, we're hungry. We're so hungry.
We need more chips.
This is my
and
last
microphones.
This is my last bag of turmeric tea. I'm done after this.
Okay, so we had a problem this year in Broken Bow in Hochatown, USA, because there was a burn ban. One of our favorite things to do is make a campfire.
Violate burn ban.
No.
I set so many
Don't
fires.
you do it. We did not.
We did not.
We adhered to the burn ban, and we were sad though because campfires are our favorite thing to do there. So that was kind of a bummer. Also, we're not going to name names. We're not. Because we're not gonna redact, because we're just not gonna say it.
Oh, I'll name a name and I won't redact.
No.
Test me.
Okay. So we stayed in a new place this year.
We did.
An unfamiliar cabin.
Unfamiliar.
This cabin was beautiful.
Unfamiliar but beautiful.
Right?
Cabin.
Right.
Cabin.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous cabin.
However, there were some issues with it.
There's a but. There's a big but.
So guys, one shower didn't work at all. 10 people. And the other shower was clogged up.
Yeah.
Not tossed up.
Not tossed up, clogged up. Clogged up, tossed up, everybody.
So we were limited with our bathing opportunities, is what I'm going to say.
Well, the one shower that didn't work was just leaking through the floor.
Right.
And it was like
into the kitchen.
We would be in the kitchen trying to eat charcuteries, various charcuteries, beautiful candies, all sorts of beans and chips.
So many beans.
I do. This trip every year, I eat. I'm the most fibrous human on the planet after this trip.
Crindy always makes a huge pot of beans.
It's a vat. It's a cauldron.
And we eat them all. They're so good.
Yeah, double.
Yeah.
Belly trouble.
Totally.
Because
Tum-tum trouble.
Because I can't. One thing about me, guys, is if I'm around a simmering cauldron of black beans and ham hocks, I cannot.
No self-control.
I will dip a spoon every walk past.
Yes.
I will literally.
He literally does.
I will just breeze past and be like, hey, I got to go get a glass of water. Bean scoop. Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Bean scoop. Bathroom hand wash. Bean scoop.
I came inside to get a drink of water and no beans. And
stupid. Okay. Waste of a trip.
Okay. You were on a conference call in the kitchen, hovering over the crock pot, just eating beans between,
Just handling business and scooping beans and biz. That's what I like to do. Listen, I'm a Frijole man with a Frijole plan. And also, when there's ham hocks
That's
in there.
That's a good title too.
Jamon and the frijoles.
They're delicious.
Huerco. I love beans.
Yeah. But while you were standing there, you might have gotten shower water leaked on you because that was happening. The other shower was clogged.
Yeah.
And you know what they didn't do? We're not going to name names. They didn't deal with it. They didn't help us. So there was very little bathing happening for 10 people.
They were alerted
multiple times by Crindy. And Crindy's respectful.
Yeah,
she wasn't trying to be ugly.
Overly so, in fact.
Okay, so the best was the last morning. There was a torrential downpour. So Jeff joins us. He's in a crazy season of travel, breezed into Broken Bow from France for 24 hours, only to breeze out to South Africa.
As if on the wind, he came and he went, and was Jeff here?
Was that an apparition?
Was Jeff ever
Was that the Squatch?
Here? Jeff squatched right through. International Squatch.
So Jeff actually, it was longer than 24 hours because he was there for 2 nights. On the last morning, 5 a.m., torrential downpour outside.
As he's to begin his travel day.
Yeah. Water pouring pouring in on his pillow.
Onto him as he slumbers.
As he slumbers.
That's the I cannot think of a worse way to wake up than with just cold water on your face.
And it was chilly. Oh. Bless him. So then Crindy sends another message.
The most amazing passive-aggressive email.
What did she say, please? How did it begin?
She opened up, and as she was going to complain about all of the issues
About
and the
the
goings
showers.
on. And she opened up with, "Good morning. Lovely rain. ...
And she was reading this aloud to us. Brandon and Lindsay and I lost our minds. Like, Crindy, you gotta throw some
She's
muscle around
I love
here.
that she opens up with like this compliment about it's something very positive. Just lovely rain we're getting
Lovely rain.
here in Ho Chi Town. But it's coming through on my son-in-law's face while he's trying to
Also,
sleep.
we haven't bathed in 4 days.
Right. Also, you guys put the air hockey table in the worst place ever. These
There was
kids,
an air hockey table
It was
in
the
the loft.
loudest. Guys, imagine the loudest gunfight scene you. Imagine the D-Day scene in Saving Private Ryan.
It was so
and then
loud.
ramp that volume up times 100.
It was all open with concrete floors.
It was
insanity.
It was the kind of like consistent, horrible loudness that it's like if you're trying to torture someone into giving up information. Like, we can go all day with this air hockey. Click, clack, 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 clack. It was so terrible.
So loud. Okay, so then when we
I
left.
woke up last night in a cold sweat with that sound in my head.
Clack, clack, clack.
I have got a full-blown PTSD.
And then
about
every
it.
time they turned it on, it would go like, like there was music.
And I would die just a little bit inside. Just a little bit.
Okay, so then we load up on the last morning in the rain.
In the rain.
We still haven't heard boo
Not
from the company about
No.
any of these issues.
as elusive as the Sasquatch, this management company.
That's right.
Guys, $2.1 million for anyone who can locate a person who works for this management company.
We're not going to name names.
$2.1 real dollars that I have.
2.1.
That I have, and I'll give them to you. Just as long as I can resolve the shower issue.
As long as I can, still haven't bathed.
Well, guys, here's the thing. I was less offended by it than most because I don't shower on weekends.
Ew.
I don't do it.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey.
Listen, my oils
Oh, God.
are. What was that?
My disgust.
Well, whatever.
So, but then on the last day, we're loading up in the rain. I'm sitting outside in my car because I'm getting ready to leave. Brandon rushes out the front door and goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get it on film." Mom is walking around the house right now because she doesn't trust this management company.
That's what she said.
For good reason.
That's what she said before she started filming. She goes, "I'm going to take some video because I don't trust these people."
So you sent it to me. It was Mom walking around the cabin. And what all was she saying?
She's like, "Okay, it's 8:14 on Sunday. The house is clean. Everything's in order. There's no damage.
No, here's where the water was pouring in one spot.
Also, lovely rain.
Lovely
rain.
Thanks for that.
Thanks."
But no, that was really wise of her because you know what? I don't know that she has heard back from them still.
I'll tell you this, I'm not trying to find myself in a Ho Chi Town courtroom. I'm not trying to find myself with the general counsel, HR Sasquatch, sitting across from me, just giving me the business.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't need it.
That was wise. I think that was really smart of her to do that. But
Good job, Crindy.
all of this to say, despite these issues, we still had a wonderful pilgrimage to Ho Chi Town. We got to do some of our favorite things, which we didn't get to have a campfire, so that didn't happen. We got a lovely rain.
We made s'mores on a gas grill. We did. Just the whimsy, the whimsy of Hochatown.
We sat around a candle.
Gather round the candle, and when it comes time to roast your mallows, gather round the Weber gas. Get a little propane in that mallow. Get a little propane on that gram, my babies.
But we still got to eat all of our favorite things. We got to go to Grateful Head Pizza, which is one of our favorite places.
Very delicious.
Delicious.
V-lish.
V-lish. Love. We got to have the food that we take and cook most of our food.
Yes, beans.
We do beans. We do charcuterie. You brought a delicious pork shoulder.
I did. I could have been better. I was
it was
less. Well, okay. Well, I appreciate that.
I thought it was great.
I will just accept that.
I made some French onion sliders.
You did. They were delicious.
They were great. Interested in that recipe, go to hostthetoast.com. French onion sliders. Delicious. Great for a crowd. We also threw axes, didn't we?
We did.
We threw axes.
First time throwing axes.
And Crindy was all about this because she had been axe throwing with some of her friends, with her gal pals. And she's really good at it. You know who's not good at it? This girl.
Well, listen, here's the thing. I'm
ready for you to give me some compliments right now.
I'm about to.
Okay.
And you and Rimsey both.
It was boys v girls.
Yes, boys v girls, and the boys predictably dominated. But here's the thing: I'm
not going to argue, but
I will say that for the first little bit, you guys were on a board that literally looked like a beaver had been snacking on it.
It was shredded
all day. And so
it was tossed up.
There was tossed up. You were literally throwing an axe into mulch is what you were doing.
That's what it was.
And so I saw several throws that hit and should have stuck but didn't. And
Thank you.
I think the score was artificially inflated.
Okay.
That being said, there was and will continue to be henceforth a marked difference in the axe throwing ability of Jeff and me and you and Lindsay.
But can I tell you why? Okay, and this isn't to say
because we're very, very powerful.
Well,
because I'm very masculine and I was built for axe throwing.
Sure, and so was Jeff.
Yes.
He
was great.
He was great. We were both great.
We were equally great.
So here, this isn't to say
you guys were doing good.
Okay, stop.
You guys were doing good.
Okay.
Can I ask you something?
Stop it.
How'd you get so good at axe throwing?
Stop.
Can I ask you a question?
No, you can't, because I'm gonna let you know why we weren't good at this. I'm grateful for the experience. I'm really grateful because Crindy treated us to this, and I'm grateful.
It was great.
She was coaching us from the side.
She was giving us all the.
She was itching to get in there.
Itching to throw the axe.
Itching to throw the axe.
That's Crindy for you.
Right? So she was coaching us. I'm really grateful to her and Dad for giving this opportunity. She and Dad were watching us with the kids.
Yeah.
And Hopi was being so encouraging. Benny was not. He was keeping score. He was keeping the score, the tally.
Yes.
And drawing it to our attention that, hey, you're losing badly.
He's
and I thank him for that.
He's a man of facts.
It's true.
He wanted you to know.
As if we didn't know.
Even at the ripe old age of 10.
Okay.
He can recognize a bad axe thrower when he sees one.
He can. So Lindsay and I both agreed the minute we walked in, again, grateful for the experience, is axe throwing for me?
The more you
absolutely
the
not.
The more you say how grateful for the experience,
the less you believe it.
It feels a little put on.
Okay, I did not enjoy it. Neither did Lindsay. Here's why. I'm going to say this about the gentleman working the axe throwing
but we're not going to name names.
We're not going to name names. That guy, I didn't trust him.
He didn't seem fit to wield an axe, let alone run a facility where people throw them.
Lindsay pointed
casting
out
them.
He was, first of all, he was very young, young.
Too young.
Too young to be running.
Too young for axes.
It was like a shooting range for axes. You need somebody in there who is in control.
You can't have someone that young doing this. You can't have a hatchling throwing hatchets. It's just not something that works. It's a recipe for disaster.
It really is. So Lindsay pointed out that he had marker or something on his face, like on his chin, as
Yeah.
if he had been out clubbing in Ho Chi Town
Fell asleep on his hand.
on the stamp.
Fell asleep on his club stamp.
And he was running the axis.
That's a surefire sign that you've been out on the floor.
Enjoying the moonshine
In
in the moonshine capital of Oklahoma.
You've been out crushing Red Bull and vodkas, but they don't have Red Bull. They've got the offshoot. They've got some sort of like a Ho Chi Town off. You're drinking Sasquatch and vodka.
You're drinking green squatch.
Drinking green squatch. Brought to you by Mountain Dew.
Sponsor us, green squatch.
Sponsor us, green squatch by Mountain Dew. But no, when we walked in, he
Yeah.
did this, and I was impressed, but terrified.
Sure.
He set us up on the boards, and which first off, Cindy was like, "Hey, Crindy." Crindy was like, "Hey, we're early. If we can start early, I'll give you $30." And he goes, "I was already going to start you earlier." And she was like, "Oh, never mind on the $30." Then she pulled my Starbucks move.
Yes. Yes.
But he then, I don't know if this is his shtick to show off for the tourists in Ho Chi Town. He turned his back to the target and then threw it backwards, like with this underhand toss, stuck it in the wall. Didn't hit the target. It
wasn't a good
stuck in
throw.
the wall. And then after that, I was like, okay, this guy might have some skills. This guy might have some hatchet skills. But then he proceeded to throw 3 more times, missed it, didn't even stick it any
He was worse than Lindsay and me.
You spend your days here. This is where you hang out. Here in the club.
So he did not inspire confidence. Also, the lanes were very close together.
Closer than they should be.
Right?
At an axe throwing
That's
facility.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I walked in and immediately I'm concerned for myself. I'm concerned for the children.
Sure.
I'm concerned for our parents. I'm concerned for the people next to me. I'm concerned for the kid with the stamp on his face.
I'm
This is
concerned
not
for that
safe.
kid for a lot of reasons.
What are our credentials here?
I
Are we registered? Are we accredited? What's happening?
I'm a bona fide hatchet man.
So the lanes are close. So you've got hatchets whizzing past.
Whizzing.
I was afraid I was going to throw it backwards over my shoulder
That
and it
checks
would
out.
hit my child.
Just with your incredible hand-eye coordination.
That's right.
And your limbs built for axe throwing.
So I'm going to say that
Noodle-limbed axe thrower.
it was also very loud in there. So you have constant like thud, thud, thud. And this was our safety briefing. Sometimes
It was very short.
very short,
Shorter than I would have expected.
mumbled.
Yeah.
And I did catch these words. Sometimes they'll come back at you. And what you got to do is just get out the way.
Don't try to catch it.
Don't try to catch it.
Don't try to catch.
What?
Don't worry. Won't. What?
So I'm just saying,
You're
my
right.
anxiety
He
was
did-
off the charts.
That was so like off the cuff and haphazardly communicated to us.
Right?
Hey,
With the stamp on his
just
face.
stamp on his face, just talking, just slapdash saying these things across. Sometimes the axes come after you.
Right?
Sometimes they attack.
Don't catch him.
Don't try to catch them. Just
You'll lose a finger.
Just get out the way.
I'm telling you what, guys. It was not profesh. It was not fresh and profesh. Is what I'm gonna say.
Dad told me before we went, and he was so confident. He said, "If you get any of your first 3 throws to stick, I'll buy you a 6-pack of beer."
Oh,
My first, every one of them stuck. My
you
first
were
one-
really good at it.
I'm a good axe thrower.
You really were. It comes from your baseball experience.
No, it comes from my axe throwing experience. I
Okay.
practice every morning. Have you seen my fence out back?
You
Have you
said-
seen my fence out back?
It's like mulch.
It's chewed up to mulch. My neighbors hate me. They
Yeah.
can't let their kids play in the backyard because I'm the crazy neighbor who's always throwing axes.
We've lost some pets.
Occasionally one gets over the fence. Occasionally I accidentally let one fly and it just, oops, sorry. And sometimes they come back at you.
Yeah.
God, don't try to catch them though.
Don't try to catch them. Man, though, I'm grateful for the experience.
And tag. That's
Is axe throwing for me? Nope. Sure isn't. So yeah, we had fun. We
axe throwing.
hiked.
P.U.
Ew. That's my review of it. So we hiked.
But grateful for the experience.
Grateful for the experience. We did some porch sitting
Yeah,
around a candle.
around a candle. Just literally just grasping at straws, trying to make some sort of fire scenario a reality.
Out of a burn ban.
I went and got a Vornado fan, and then I cut up some orange construction paper, and I just had it just coming up off of it. And I would just sit there and look at it, and under my breath go, to create the crackling effect of a fire. That was my job the whole trip. Fire guy. Aren't you guys loving
rain.
this? Lovely rain.
So one other cool thing about this cabin, I'm going to really play up its high points. It had enough seating for all of us in the living room. So we got to watch 2 Halloween movies together. We watched Casper.
We watched one Halloween movie.
Well, The Goonies.
Goonies is not a Halloween movie.
I think it can.
What makes Goonies
be
a Halloween?
Fluid.
So what makes Goonies a Halloween?
Pirates.
Pirates are not Halloween.
Scary times.
Okay.
Rocky Road ice cream. I don't know.
There's nothing. There is
There
nothing.
was a dead guy in the freezer.
A dead guy in the freezer does not a Halloween movie make.
I'm just saying it's scary at points.
I'm just saying this argument.
There's an organ made of bones.
This argument is over.
Okay.
The minute we write up Troy's
I'm saying
bucket.
it's fluid. Okay, so what else is happening this week? I didn't get any accidental texts this week from myself. We do have a couple to share from listeners. But I did have a funny moment in the car where Siri misunderstood me. I was texting Harrison, and the kids and I had a good laugh. I said, "Are you out of practice? I'm on my way from picking up Poop and Asher to go to your school." And that was Hope. She misunderstood Hope to be Poop.
Well, sometimes you got to
And
pick up
that made
poop.
us laugh real hard.
Sometimes you got to pick up poop.
On a putt-putt course. Circle back.
Circle back to the poo-poo. That's where we always find our way, guys. It's not hard to get back to our core competencies. Dookie.
Okay.
Excuse me while I get my dookie whistle.
Okay, so speaking of accidental
You
texts.
won't let me do it, but excuse me while I get my dookie whistle is a great title.
I'm just still going for it. I'm just plowing on.
Press on.
Plowing ahead.
Press on. Continue on.
So we got some really good accidental texts this week, guys. For our new listeners, these are texts that you receive on accident.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Could you tell our listeners what that means? So if you receive these, please send them our way.
Guys, we do think you're very smart. We don't think you need to be explained. We just mollycoddled and talked down to. Podsplained, which is just so disrespectful. You guys, but seriously, accidental texts are texts that you get accidentally. I don't know.
Stop it.
I don't know if you know that.
I'm trying to explain it to our new listeners who joined us for your birthday party.
Welcome, dear friends.
Welcome. Lovely rain.
Lovely rain.
So that could be a good title too.
But it seems it's too benign.
It really is.
Out of context.
Totally. So if you receive these, send them to us. Either text them to us, DM them to us, because they are so funny. So this week we get one from our friend Brendan. And this one just says, "Hey, Belly."
Yeah. What?
And that's all.
That's it?
Hey, Belly.
The whole thing? Hey? What do you say to that?
Now, Brendan is our friend whom we refer to by a different title. So maybe Belly.
Hey, Belly.
Hey, Belly.
That
hey,
actually,
Bing Bong.
that's kind of plays.
I'm going to add that to the rotation, actually.
I mean, that's the only logical explanation.
Maybe.
But maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe this person thought they were texting Bellatrix Lestrange.
Maybe they were hungry and they were texting their own stomach, trying to figure out what they were going to eat. Hey, Belly, what you hungry for? Will you some corn? Corn for Belly. Get you some corn, Belly.
I miss Grace.
New listeners, that's a bunch of stuff all slammed together. That's a Glee mashup of all the previous episodes.
You're going to have to go back about 10 episodes to catch up on all that.
You don't have to if you don't want to, though.
But what should we need you to? We need you to review it. So, hey, Belly, Brendan did not text back. Then our friend Mia keeps getting texts assuming she's Yolanda.
Yes.
So, good day. This is Yolanda, right? Mia says,
Good day.
Good day.
Formal greeting.
Good day.
Good. Oh, well. Oh.
Right?
Accidental text from Australia, from
Gotta check
down
that
under.
area code. Yolanda. How would they say Yolanda?
I can't do an Australian.
It's so
It's one
hard
of the
to
ones that I can't
do.
do. That's one of the ones I can't do.
They do say, they do add R's on the ends of things.
They do.
I can't, I was going to try, but I'm
I was
not.
really, I saw your face. You were twisting up your face to try it, and then you chickened out.
I'm scared, guys. I have a reputation to uphold.
What?
I don't know.
A reputation as a dynamite impressionist? Like you, I'm so good at
People
accent.
think that I have a really good Australian accent, and I don't want to let them down.
People who read my blog think that I have a real, just because I say it. I don't ever do it.
I type it.
But I just say, for all of you guys who read this blog, you know that I've got a really good Aussie accent.
Gotta go throw some shrimp on the Barbie.
How about that? Well, and then but you're typing it, and you're like, but I think of it in a really good accent.
That's right.
Don't read it in your voice.
Imagine.
Read it in Hugh Jackman's voice.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He's Australian, right?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, she gets a lot of texts thinking that she's Yolanda, but it turns out it's kind of a fit.
But it turns out she's not Yolanda.
She's not Yolanda. She's Mia. But it sounds like it's like a fishing situation for like a real estate company.
Sure.
So she's saying, no, here's another text. Hey, how about we go over your concerns the deal? That'd give us a good starting point. Got a few minutes today to chat? And then Mia says, I think you have the wrong number. And the person says, I'm sorry. Is this not Yolanda?
Have we not covered that?
This is from a different number.
Oh.
Mia says, no, it's not. I'm sorry. This person says, I apologize. Thank you for your time. And then, if you know anyone who's interested in selling their property, please let me know. We pay referrals. Have a great day.
Have a great day, Yolanda. Listen,
That's right.
if I was getting texts from multiple different numbers claiming I was Yolanda, I would start to question if I was in fact Yolanda. I would say,
Right?
I mean, this is just two people can't be wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
One can,
It's intense.
two cannot.
So, those are the texts that we got. We got a couple
Dead
more, but
air.
I'm trying to figure out if we have time to share the next ones or not. I don't know if we do.
You could probably roll those forward since you're in such a time crunch.
I'm such a
My
time crunch
life
today,
is so
you guys.
hectic. I just,
Oh, I can't. I just can't, you guys. So Crindy didn't give us a review this week, but you know what show I stumbled into the other day?
no.
Because Crindy had said, it's a movie actually, Crindy had said that they had rebooted Interview with the Vampire, based on the Anne Rice novel.
There's one that needs the reboot treatment.
Well, people love a vampire.
Yeah, they do, but just write another vampire thing.
We've talked about Twilight at length on this podcast.
Yeah.
Go back quite a few episodes for that. Team Jacob. Anyway, AMC did like a series reboot of this.
Reboot.
Crindy texted me the other day and was like, did you see this? This is great. Because I had a little Anne Rice face in high school.
God, this is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Because I worked at the snow cone stand.
I had a little
and I'd read my Anne Rice novels.
phase.
And they'd come in and they'd see me in there just wearing like a poet's blouse.
There's
just
a lady
eating.
getting pulled every direction by her two dogs out there. Like it literally was just a melee, a fracas.
Look at all. There's like 7 doodles out there.
Yeah, it's my dog's barking at them. How does he know they're there?
3 brown doodles in your yard. You have a brown doodle.
And he's barking from the bed. He has no line of sight.
He can smell them.
This doodle sonar.
Doodles.
They're like dolphins.
So many doodles in our community.
Too many doodles.
Too many doodles.
I'm part of the problem.
So am I.
I'm contributing to the
I
problem.
got 2 of them.
Double
So
doodle.
anyway, I remembered. Okay, so Crindy started watching this series, and she's texting me, and she's excited about it because she knows I was an Anne Rice fan, and she says, "Nope, this is nasty and stupid."
Yeah.
Which when she gets into it, she's like, "Don't watch. It's nasty and stupid."
It's always my favorite when she says, "Don't watch. It's nasty."
It's nasty.
They just I don't need to see that nasty.
mess.
I don't need to see that nasty mess.
Totally.
I don't need to see that. I can pick up a gigantic dog mess on a putt-putt course, but I can't sit through this. This is worse.
This is way worse.
Nasty.
So anyway, I go back because I'm thinking, it's Halloween. It's Hagabeam.
Hagabeam.
I could use a little vampire, but I'm not going to watch this because Crindy said it's nasty and gross. So I watched the movie, the 1994 Interview with a Vampire, Pitt Cruz.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Pit
things.
Cruz Dunst.
Dunst.
Child Dunst.
Child Dunst.
Right around Jumanji time. Original Jumanji.
That's right.
Not the DTRJ
Robin
version.
Williams.
Robin Williams Jumanji.
That's right. So this was not Pitt's best work, is what I'm going to say. Was he lovely? Yes, he's always lovely. Cruise was lovely. One of my favorite things to do when I watch movies is to look up the ages of the actors.
That's a fun activity.
Sometimes it makes me feel better about myself.
Sometimes worse.
Mostly worse. Like the other night when we were watching Casper in the Cabin, I turned to you and I said, "Hey, birthday boy, you know how old Bill Pullman is in this?"
Yeah.
40.
Made me feel good.
Did it?
He seems way more like a dad. Are you saying I look older than Bill Pullman does in Casper?
No.
Is that what you're saying? Are you saying I look older than Bill Pullman looked in Casper?
No.
Stop right now. We don't move on with this agenda until
In
we...
the moment, I was just saying, hey, listen, dude, it's your birthday. Do you know how old he is? And you guessed older than he was.
Yeah, because he looks older. Are you saying I look...
That's not what I said.
I am a Ryan Reynolds type. I'm not a Bill Pullman and Casper type.
Ryan Reynolds is, how old is he?
Yeah, and
he's in his 40s.
And he's rocking. He looks great.
know.
He does not look like Bill Pullman. And listen, Bill Pullman, wonderful, wonderful actor.
Wonderful. He had
And I
great
love
hair
him.
in Casper.
Listen, but here's the thing.
So much great hair in Casper.
But he looks so much older
Do you?
than I do. I'm a plucky youth. I'm not a day older than 28.
It's 'cause you
28 because I moisturize.
What did you say to me the other night? We were at the cabin, and our rooms shared the bathroom, and I was in there doing all my potions and all my things, and you were fussing at me to get out.
Yeah, because
And I was like, I haven't showered in 4 days.
Yeah.
You at least let me put my potions on my face. And I said, Lindsay was like, I got him a moisturizer. And I said, what is this moisturizer that you use? And you said you came up with something punny. Some kind of pun about your moisturizer.
I don't remember. Listen, guys, I'm rapid fire. I'm like a Gatling gun of puns. I just shoot them off left and right. I can't be held responsible or have to recall them. I don't have a Rolodex.
I can't remember what it was. I'll try to remember.
Dead air.
I know,
what is
right?
this bit? You wandered into this one like a babe in the woods.
I did. You know why? Because it's not on the agenda. I've gone off script. It's always a problem.
She's off the map, guys.
So one other thing that we want to encourage you guys to do, if you see dumb Halloween costumes, take a picture of them and send them to us. Because my friend Becky, hi Becky,
sponsor
dear
us.
friend.
Actual podcaster and dear friend.
Sponsor us, Becky. So she sent me this the other day, and it was a photo of a Halloween costume from Spirit Halloween, not naming names, redacted, of a 90s hardcore kid.
Yes. It's a sweatshirt and jeans.
There were no jeans included.
Just
This
jeans,
thing,
jeans sold separately.
yeah. This thing included a Champion hoodie, chokers, chain wallet, backpack, canvas belt with X buckle.
I'm going to tell you this right now. That hardcore kid would get the crap beat out of him by the real hardcore kids in the 90s. Don't sit here because you're in this sudden wave of nostalgia and trying to recreate the 90s and pretend like you understand. If that was a real 90s hardcore kid, he's wearing an Insane Clown Posse
That's
shirt.
what I was gonna say.
He's wearing jean
Slipknot.
coats. He is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not this.
No.
He's not this bargain bin cut rate fly by night hardcore kid.
No.
He's a juggalo.
We need eyeliner.
Okay, juggalos don't
Dark. No, dark,
Juggalos
like
don't
face makeup, right?
You're mixing emo.
Clowns.
You're mixing emo and hardcore.
No, I'm saying clown makeup.
Yeah, but that's
right?
not
Insane Clown
eyeliner.
Posse.
That's juggalo makeup.
Oh, is it?
It's not eyeliner. Eyeliner's an emo kid. Oh, I hate my dad.
No.
It's that. It's that. Dad made me play baseball and I hate him for it. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. They're doing a reunion. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. Where are you? That's what you're talking about.
So it's very troubling to see a lot of 90s costumes on the shelves this year, guys. For people
All
in our
the small things, true care. Halloween. What were you saying?
that costume.
Always, I know you'll be at my show. Okay. I mean, lyrics, bro. Someone get Bob Dylan on the phone and tell him he has been usurped by Tom DeLonge.
I was trying to harmonize with you. It went very badly. Guys, it's been a day. Anyway, this costume was $49.99. There were no pants.
Jeans sold separately.
There were no pants. So if you see...
Either you got to go get your own jeans or you're Donald Duck in it on Halloween night.
You're a 90s hardcore kid.
90s hardcore Paddington. Just bebopping around. Cheeks to the wind. Oh trick or treat.
That's a surefire way to get the police called on you. Oh my gosh. Guys, at this time, I want to invite you to join us.
Here comes
the
the
wheels
pastor.
are coming off the wagon. It's time to wrap it up. I want to invite you to join us on all the socials except Twitter.
All the socials.
We're on the platforms at CHWH Pod. We engage with you there. We do chip reviews.
We do.
We invite you to send us in SpeakPipe messages. You'll find that linked in our bios.
HTTPS.
Okay. We also want to invite you to rate and review the podcast. Ratings are great. Reviews are better. I was trying to think of a rhyme. There's not one.
No.
Reviews are... That's the one.
That's it.
What's your warm heart this week? Oh, gosh.
Listen, I feel like a good warm heart. I'm not going to steal this one because I think this might be yours. Time with family at the cabin was a good one. I'm going to just steal, I'm going to say an impromptu Father-Son day with Benny today was good. And I learned a lot about video games and we hung out and I lost a cookie.
Yeah.
I lost his cookie.
I lost that.
Dropped it on the street. Some lucky pigeon is just
Feasting.
chocolate chunking.
Chunking it up. My warm heart is lovely rain. Lovely rain. No, my warm heart is absolutely time in Ho Chi Town, USA on our annual pilgrimage. Even with you there, it was fantastic.
What an awful... That was a cold hands deluxe is what that was.
I was referencing the year without you. No, it's always fantastic when everyone's there. And Jeff got to come even for just a few minutes to get cold water dripped on his head.
Absolute globetrotter. Came into town just to get soaked and then to just breeze off into the night. Guys, we're going to hurry up and get off the air here because Ashley has to go do stuff because her life is so busy. Anyways, follow us on the socials. Share this with your friends. Give us a like. Give us a review. We appreciate it so much.
Bye.